Keeping mentally active and getting social interaction are two of the most important things that you can do to stay young. On July 10th, that's a Tuesday, Greg and I are hosting an event that we'd like to invite you to. We invite you to join us for a couple hours of brain-boosting fun. We're going to learn a bit, have some laughs, and even enjoy a wonderful lunch. What better way to spend a couple of hours? So talk to your friends and check out our website. We'd love to have you come out. Just go to the website and you can RSVP and register right now.
Well, chances are if you clicked on the news at all over the weekend, you heard plenty about what's going on in Europe, mostly stemming from what's happening in Greece. Best case scenarios for Greece seemed to fade as the weekend neared. Concerns mounted that Sunday's special elections would either bring another parliamentary deadlock or victory for parties opposing scheduled austerity cuts. Yesterday we watched Greece's conservative New Democracy Party win the elections. To many economists, this means that the problem is again being kicked down the road, which points to an eventual slow departure of Greece from the euro, which would not produce a shock like the 2008 Lehman Brothers collapse. Only time will tell, though.
Anxiety last week was tempered by anticipation, though. Expectations of a central bank response grew during the course of the week. In fact, last week the Bank of England announced plans for 6-month loans and liquidity injections to shield the UK financial system from any fallout over the weekend. Yields on Spanish 10-year notes hit 7% last week, a sign of skepticism about that nation's bank bailout.
The federal government's consumer price index fell last week 0.3% for May, thanks largely to a 4.3% drop in energy prices. Core CPI rose about 0.2% for the third straight month, with the 12-month consumer inflation at 1.7%, a long way from the 3.9% annualized inflation measured in September. May's producer price index dropped 1%.
The Census Bureau said retail sales fell 0.2% in May. They slipped for a second straight month, which has not happened since 2010. June's preliminary University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey dropped to 74.1 from May's final mark of 79.3. On a positive note, however, retail gas prices are down over 2.5% so far in June. On Friday, AAA had regular unleaded gasoline averaging, believe it or not we can say, just $3.52 a gallon. Another positive, first quarter 2012 saw a 7.3% rise in U.S. home equity, the best quarter in more than 60 years.
New hope of central bank intervention and expiring options and futures pushed stocks higher last week, with the major indices performing as follows. The S&P 500 up 1.3% to 1342. The Dow up 1.7% to 12,767. The Nasdaq up 0.5% to 2872. Gold was up 2.3% for the week to 1628, and oil down about 0.1% on the week to 84.03 a barrel.
Besides the global market reaction to Greece's special elections today and possible central bank response, today also marks the start of a G20 summit.
Tomorrow, a 2-day FOMC meeting begins and data on May housing starts arrives, in addition to first quarter earnings from Adobe Systems, FedEx, and Discover.
Then on Wednesday, the Fed will make a policy statement, and earnings from Bed Bath & Beyond also come out.
Thursday, we get data on May's existing home sales, the Conference Board's latest LEI report, first quarter earnings from Rite Aid, Oracle, and Conagra.
Wrapping up the week on Friday, first quarter results also arrive from Darden Restaurants. That's what we're looking at this week. My name is Eric Hagen.
I'm Greg Petrie.
We'll keep our finger on the pulse of the economy and report back to you next Monday.
So please be sure to subscribe, and we'll talk with you then.
And also, come learn how to keep your brain and mind young, and join us on July 10th for our Lunch and Learn right here in Eden Prairie.